I like that frame. And this thing makes it look weirdly interesting. You want a photo? Looking great, man.
Thank you.
Look at this. Oh, there's my frame. Right there. Good morning everyone and happy new year. I hope you're having a beautiful day and that you're ready for some adventures here. We are in Marseille. I just made it. I was coming to check some things around with some family, and then guess what happened? Well, I'm walking in the streets and I'm like, this looks like a great photo. This is a great photo. This is a great photo. And I'm like, oh my God, I need to come out and go for my own street session. So brought my 50mm f1.2, a 16-35, but I use it for filming, not for shooting. So it's gonna be 50mm only in the streets of Marseille, south of France. I don't know how I'm gonna feel because for me, shooting in France is always a little different. I'm not used to it. We'll see how it goes. Crossing fingers, I'll be able to see the awesome shots that I saw yesterday. And with that being said, let's get started. 2022 has a lot of adventures coming up. I'm so pumped for you and for me. All right, good morning everyone. Welcome to Marseille. We're gonna try this like quick shot super quickly. I'm gonna be shooting with my 50mm f1.2 as I said. And honestly, I'm not sure what it's gonna do, because I'm also shooting with the A7SIII, which might be surprising for a lot of you guys. There's no one passing by. Boom, there was one person. That will be enough. Okay, so Marseille is a town in the south of France, and it's actually pretty gritty in a way. You'll see it has a huge cultural mix also, which makes it very interesting in a way. It's like a frontier opening to the Mediterranean Sea, so there's a lot of things happening at the same time here, which makes it cool for photos. I'm in burst. I don't really need to be in burst, but on the A7SIII the burst is slower than the A1, so it's manageable. I wonder what it can look like here. Was that harsh shadows coming in? Pretty cool. Let's see. That's kind of interesting, the guy with the orange jacket leaving the frame. Kind of like that. There's like movement happening in the frame. I'm gonna try to go by the harbor, because there's a harbor, and I think it can make for some cool shots. Look at that. Got really strong harsh light today. Beautiful. I'm due to head back to Chicago and it's like -14 Fahrenheit now. That's gonna be extreme, but I think there'll be some cool shots too. By the way, we can like go in silent mode like super quickly if we need to. Also, look at this. There's an interesting frame here. Got one window open and then two closed. If you look at 50, please, if you look at 50, only those fit. So we can get a little bit of the top ones, a little bit of the bottom ones, and that interesting like one open, two closed kind of frame in there. It's kind of cool. I'm in on the A7SIII. I love the sound of the camera. On the A1 it sounds a little different, but I don't know why the A7SIII just rings nicely to my ears. You know. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, you know what's funny here? Look, you actually have my shadow, so I can like shoot stuff and have my shadow play in the frame. Ha! It's cool. Let's get a shot of just this one. Boom. Nice. It's just the building, the architecture could be really cool with the piece. Very nice. Oh, look at this. We've got the streets over there. Like going down a little bit like San Francisco. But this is Marseille. Hopefully people are nice here. Won't get into trouble. Okay, here we go. Interesting frame. Boom. It's interesting. Kind of wish there were like people crossing and stuff. This is super cute. By the way, I don't know if any of you has those cameras. Can you check something for me? When you're like horizontal landscape, and then when you flip to vertical portrait, I feel like the white balance changes. It's warmer when I'm in vertical, when I'm in portrait mode. And I know it sounds weird, but I've noticed that many times. So if you did, let me know in the comments. Terrible shot. Oh, this is interesting a little bit. Alright, so the harbor is this way, so I'll try to go there. Nigerian cuisine. Oh yes. This is... I missed the bird. There is a bunch of interesting portraits, but I feel like maybe more confident that like you're at 85 here than my 50, because still I'm not like I'm a little further, you know. Barbers. I usually like to shoot with like barbers. There's always something interesting happening. You can get some cool reflections and stuff, especially if you shoot like through. You get like the reflection. It's pretty fun. Or you get a reflection. It's not that great. It's pretty cool. Let's see what we can do. You see all the birds flying over there? I tried to sneak a photo of over there. I wanted to ask them, but they're like busy and stuff. That's my excuse. Oh, wait, that's a cool. Oh, that's a cool photo. It's pretty cool. Oh, okay, too late. It's gone. Sometimes some scenes are like better when you ask people. Some scenes are better when you don't ask to people. Oh, look at the birds. That's so funny. Look at those birds. Hey, what are you guys doing there? It's hilarious. So the light is a little bit too hard. I like that. It's like a missile is about to hit the bird. I think they're trying. Alright, I'm gonna concentrate on those buildings right now. Then let's see what we can do. It's funny, sometimes I can see the sensor move when I take the photo. I don't know what's happening here, but it's super packed and busy. It's cool. I think a lot of it is illegal street selling, so I won't be taking photos. I don't want to even remotely have to discuss with anyone about it. So let's see what we can do. You want a photo? Alright. Boom.
Good.
Looking great, man.
Thank you.
Look at this.
Thank you very much.
That's good, huh? Together? Okay. Let's go. Boom. There you go, guys. Looking great. I email.
ايميل تاع
Yeah.
ايميل قال لك اعطيني الميل تاعك. اوكي فان وان por favor please one.
Yeah.
One, two, three,
Boom. Perfect.
ايميل.
That was funny. It's kind of interesting, those pizza things. Like the guy's making pizza, then there's like the kid eating pizza over there. I don't know, we can have a lot of reflections. I don't know if you can see how many scenes we can have, but there's like one scene and then there's like another one. Like if you look into here, you can see what's happening there. That's pretty cool. I don't feel super discreet with a 50. Oh no, I missed that shot. Ha! Scooter straight ahead. This could be a shot. Oh, this is a fun shot actually. Nice. Let's see if I can do anything else. I like the scenes of the cafes here. I'll continue. I'm gonna go by the harbor. So I arrived yesterday, and the good thing is I was also able to get a few frames. But just with my phone, there was an incredible sunset happening, and the light was just epic, and it was happening right there. But I don't know how it's gonna look right now in midday. It doesn't feel the same, and that frame seems like more random than anything else. At 50, I won't get the whole building in the frame, so might have to adapt. Look at that cute little dog. It's so cute. Look at this. Boom. Pigeons! We should run in the middle. Joking, I don't have the 14. 14's good for that. Oh, look at those two peeps in the middle of the street. What does it do if we shoot this at 1.8? Right, like that. Boom. Oh, can we do 1 point? No, I don't think we can. So I can't shoot at 1.2 because it's too bright right now. And I think the shutter only goes to 1/8,000 of a second. Minimum. Interestingly enough, on the A1 I can. It goes like way higher. People on strike. Oh, this is interesting. Look. It's for the vaccination, against the vaccination thing. Hey, that's pretty funky. Look, we've got people upside down with the sky. All we need is a bird now. It's an interesting composition where it's like purely 50-50 on the diagonal. I don't know if you can see, but it doesn't do too much to me right now. You need to have the right scene happening at the bottom when you're shooting this. Boom. Fun stuff. So this is, I like that frame. So I basically get this guy, the bird, and I'm kind of like cutting him like pretty high, and this thing makes it look weirdly interesting. I could even crop a little bit here. And I really like that photo right there with the guy smoking, standing at the terrace, where you just shoot their hands. It's kind of nice, especially if you're like afraid to talk to people and stuff. You should always go for those. Oh, this is cool too. You see, you just use that as a pattern for the photo, so that's another good one. I think it might be a little better here, because then we can have that shadow cutting it through. Just add something interesting. See? Oh, and if you look, there is someone at the window. That's even cooler. That's interesting. Oh, this is a cool shot. Look, so those are olive trees, and they're very much from the region. So if you use them kind of as a frame to talk about like Marseille, like that, and then you have the sign that says Marseille behind, I think that works, in my opinion. Who am I to tell, you know? Boom. Also have just like sitting at the cafe. Boom, all the peeps. It's pretty fun. Ooh, there's a cool scene. The guy over there eating in the light. Let's see if we can get it. I want to be discreet also. Maybe I'll just shoot from the hip. Could be a good idea. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot from the hip there. I'm gonna try to zone focus it when I'm walking. I think this could be cool. Oh, there is my frame right there. That's cool. All right, let's meet after. We'll try for sunset a little bit later with the light changing. All right, guys, sunset is about to happen. Look at those little streets we have right there with some really nice pastel colors in the horizon. Look at that. Ooh, yummy lights. And then we are going to try to make it to the top of that city, Marseille, which is supposed to have an incredible view, especially for sunset. So right now everything looks a little it's very picturesque, but it's kind of, I don't know how to describe it, like very still. It's very still, so hopefully we get a little more action while we go up. Let's see how this goes. I wonder if you could get that in one shot with like a 12mm. Could be an interesting like kind of frame. Even if you can drone this, I think that would look good. Boom. So you basically would place yourself on top and get the street twirling around that little piece of building. That would be cool. Let's go see how it continues. Wow, look at this view, guys. Look at this view. That's epic. I wonder what I do if I go shoot this way or if I go up. I feel like it's a double-edged sword. I don't know if I'll get as much cool stuff for like street when I'm on top. Woo! Post-shoot debrief. All right, it was not as I expected. There's a few reasons, and also I'll tell you what lens I might have chosen later, just before we wrap up. Okay, there's a few shots that I really like. The guy with the hand smoking at the cafe, that other frame where there's the guy on the harbor and we can see the sky. That looked great. I kind of like that vibe, but it's not as crazy as what I thought I would capture. Why? Because the day before I just saw so many amazing scenes, you know, and I only have one lens. It's my 50mm. But honestly, if I had to do it again, I would probably actually, here, listen up. Huge recommendation. If you're going to a new place, you're feeling maybe not groovy, you're a little shy, you don't know how people react, you know, like there was a lot of things happening out there, like you don't know how people will react. If you're not sure yet, use a 85mm lens, stay in the background, observe, capture, do that from a distance, okay? I think that will help. 50mm, you're starting to get a little bit in the space. 16, 35, you definitely have to get closer to people. So I would actually try again at 85, but also try to find the right conditions in terms of weather, or just like get more active, get a better sense of the city. I'm here just for like literally 3 days or 2 days with the family. It's very difficult to get a full sense, but I wanted to share that adventure with you. I think it's still worth it. Practice, 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 practice. Those moments I'm actually racking up practice now are going to be used incredibly well when I'm traveling, when I'm in epic location. That's not when I want to be practicing. It's before I get to those places. Okay, with that being said, guys, wish you a beautiful day. Get out there, go shoot, try something different, try something new. And before that, remember, top 5 newsletter and podcast. Any platform you're on, type the Pierre Lambert podcast and you'll find amazing guests, share their stories. There's so much to be learned from them. Please enjoy and have a beautiful 2022.